Some time ago, in a meadow beneath the warm autumn sun, there lived a lovable highland cow named Copper. He loved the fall holidays, but Thanksgiving was his favorite of them all. As the leaves painted the meadow in shades of gold, orange, and red, Copper felt the magic of the season in the air. But there was one thing in the pasture that filled Copper's heart with happiness above all others: pumpkins. He couldn't resist their vibrant, sunset-colored skins, each one a unique piece of nature's wonder. One sunny day, Copper felt the whispers of the wind in the rustling leaves. It was as if the breeze said to him, "Copper, a special season is approaching, and your new project is waiting." He loved surprises and new experiences, so he leaped to his feet, wondering what the wind had in store for him. As he wandered through the peaceful pasture, something caught his eye. Nestled among the fallen leaves, Copper discovered a small pumpkin patch. It was here that a brilliant idea took root in his mind. What if I created a pumpkin cookbook? He wondered. The idea instantly made him smile. He pictured a cookbook filled to the brim with the most delicious pumpkin recipes. To Copper, the thought of sharing these yummy treats with his dearest friends was simply irresistible. So, he decided to gather his friends together for a pumpkin picking adventure and turn their harvest into a cookbook of their very own. With a hearty moo, Copper exclaimed, "I will create a cookbook filled with the best pumpkin delights, celebrating the joy of Thanksgiving in our meadow." He immediately started thinking about his grand idea for this pumpkin recipes book. Copper knew what he wanted in his pumpkin cookbook: tasty recipes, stories of friendship, and the magic of the fall season. So, he trotted over to his friends' homes, thinking about all the different pumpkin delights. There was Maggie the squirrel, known for her nimble paws and love of games. Angus the deer, with his long legs and graceful jumps. And Emily the rabbit was a bundle of energy. They all shared Copper's passion for the fall holidays and were thrilled to help him find the finest pumpkins. Together, they set out on their adventure. Copper shared his new pumpkin cookbook idea with them on the walk over. They were all so excited. Finally, they reached the pumpkin patch. The pumpkins sat there, each one unique and full of potential. Copper was delighted to find pumpkins of all shapes and sizes. Some were round as the full moon, while others were tall and slender. Copper and his friends wasted no time in selecting the best pumpkins for their new project. Maggie found a small, plump one, perfect for her crafty hands. Angus chose a tall, slender pumpkin, shaped kind of like him. Emily picked a medium-sized pumpkin with a perfect curve. Copper selected a large, round pumpkin. This one would be perfect for creating a new, tasty recipe that all his friends and family would enjoy. Together, they gathered their pumpkins and a few extras and started back to the meadow. Once they were back in the pasture, it was time for the friends to begin their recipe adventure. The meadow would soon be filled with the aromas of pumpkin delights. Now Copper and his friends were ready to create their pumpkin masterpieces, knowing that their cookbook would soon be filled with many delicious recipes. As the days passed, the Highland cow and his friends were so creative. First, they invented sun-dried pumpkin pieces, the perfect chewy, flavorful snack for sunny days. Copper later explained the process to his mom, saying, "To make sun-dried pumpkin pieces, we let small pumpkin pieces sit in the sunshine until they're perfectly dried. The following day, they created raw pumpkin delight, a simple yet tasty treat. They broke a fresh pumpkin into bite-sized pieces and enjoyed the natural flavors in the sunshine, just like eating a raw apple. Copper and his friends later discovered that sometimes the simplest things were the best. Next on their list was the creation of pumpkin seed topping. It had a delightful, nutty flavor. They discovered this recipe right after inventing the raw pumpkin delight. Maggie the squirrel found a few toasted pumpkin seeds on the ground and decided to eat one. In the sunshine, the seed had become crunchy. It was delicious, an instant recipe hit for sure. Their food adventures continued, and they invented sun-soaked pumpkin puree next. It was a treat they all loved, even if it was a little messy. They put freshly broken pumpkin pieces out in the sunshine, allowing them to ripen and soften. Then, they mashed up all the pieces into a smushy paste. The hungry friends scooped up handfuls of the pumpkin paste and tasted it. The puree was sweet, smooth, and so yummy. Another recipe winner to put in the new cookbook. Thanksgiving was fast approaching, and Copper decided to invite everyone to a grand pumpkin feast. The rabbits agreed to bring sweet clover salad, the squirrels would contribute their treasured acorns, and the birds would bring seeds and berries. Copper and his friends planned to share their 4 newest pumpkin recipes with everybody. Thanksgiving Day arrived, and the meadow was filled with the sounds of laughter and the aroma of delicious food. Copper's pumpkin cookbook idea had brought the community together in a way he had never expected. Just before they ate, Copper stood before his friends and neighbors and said, "Thank you all for coming. I'm thankful for the joy of trying new things, friendship, and the beauty of the fall holidays." Then they all enjoyed their pumpkin feast under the golden sun. Afterward, with bellies full of food and hearts full of gratitude, they spent the rest of the day playing games, telling stories, and enjoying each other's company. It was a Thanksgiving they would remember forever. The sun eventually dipped below the horizon, and the meadow was painted with the soft colors of evening. Copper and his friends, tired and happy, knew it was time to say goodnight. Copper, the highland cow, looked around at his beloved meadow and his cherished family after all the friends were gone. He knew that he had just experienced the true magic of the season. With a contented sigh, he whispered to no one in particular, "Thank you, autumn. Thank you, pumpkins. Thank you, friends." As the moonlight cast its gentle glow on the earth below, Copper returned to his favorite spot in the meadow, gazing up at the stars above. Soon enough, he closed his eyes and drifted off into dreams of pumpkins, friends, and yummy recipes. In that cool meadow beneath the beautiful autumn moon, the legend of Highland Cow's pumpkin cookbook soon spread, telling the tale of friendship, exploration, and the sheer joy of trying new things. It was a story to be shared and cherished, just like the pumpkins, the friends, and the heartwarming recipes made with creativity and love. As you drift off to sleep, dear children, always remember the season of pumpkins. And who knows, it's possible that you might go on an amazing adventure with friends someday, making delicious memories that will last a lifetime, if you are brave enough to try something new. Sweet dreams, Autumn. Sweet dreams, Thanksgiving. Sweet dreams, little friends. Just the other day, I heard a story about a boy named Xander. He was like any other child, except for one thing. He loved animals more than anything else in the world. He had a soft heart for every furry, feathery, or scaly creature he came across. One crisp autumn day, Xander's fourth grade teacher, Mrs. Johnson, stood in front of the class with exciting news. "Children," she announced, "this year we begin a special Thanksgiving tradition. We'll be taking care of a turkey until Thanksgiving Day, and then we'll have a feast." The class buzzed with excitement, but Xander's heart sank. A turkey, his new feathered friend, was going to be their dinner. It didn't sit right with him. It was late October, and this class assignment filled him with both excitement and concern. You see, Xander's teacher, Mrs. Walker, had already chosen him as the student in charge of the class's new Thanksgiving turkey. But this wasn't just any turkey. According to Mrs. Walker, its name was Talon, a big, friendly bird with feathers and tones of soft brown, dark chocolate, and white. Xander was really thrilled to be responsible for Talon, but he couldn't help but worry. The Thanksgiving holiday was fast approaching, and he knew that turkeys were often the main part of the dinner meal on that day. After school, Xander's mom took him to pay Talon a visit at the nearby farm. As he approached, the farm appeared before them like a colorful storybook. The vibrant red barn stood tall against the azure sky, and the fields stretched endlessly, adorned with swaying sunflowers and pumpkins. Amidst this picturesque backdrop, Xander saw Talon, who strutted confidently across the meadow, his feathers gleaming in the sunlight. The farm was Talon's kingdom, with other animals as his loyal subjects. Xander felt a sense of wonder as he observed this regal bird. "Hello there, Talon." Xander greeted the turkey with a friendly smile. "I'm here to take care of you for our class this Thanksgiving," he said, as he fed him some sunflower seeds. Talon clucked softly, almost as if he understood. Xander's heart swelled with compassion. As the days passed, Xander and Talon formed a unique friendship. Xander shared his dreams and fears with Talon, and the turkey responded with gentle nods and soft clucks. The time for the Thanksgiving potluck drew closer, and the excitement buzzed through the air. The classroom was adorned with vibrant decorations, and the savory scent of pumpkin pie and other delicious treats wafted from the lunchroom. Xander couldn't help but feel conflicted. He cherished Talon's friendship and didn't want him to become a holiday meal. On one visit, Xander whispered to Talon, "I promise I won't let anything happen to you. We'll find a way to save you from Thanksgiving." Talon blinked his kind turkey eyes and let out a soft gobble, as if he understood what the boy was saying. Xander knew he had to do something to protect his newfound friend, so he decided to talk to his grandpa, who was wise and kind. He shared his dilemma with Grandpa, who listened attentively. "Xander," Grandpa said, Thanksgiving is about giving thanks and being kind to one another. Maybe you can show your class the true spirit of Thanksgiving by finding a way to save Talon without ruining their dinner. The next morning, he approached his teacher, Mrs. Walker, and shared his concerns. To his surprise, Mrs. Walker listened attentively and smiled. "Xander, your caring heart has given me an idea," she said. "Instead of making Talon our Thanksgiving dinner, why don't we make him our school mascot? We can create a special area for him on campus where each classroom can take turns taking care of him." Xander's eyes sparkled with excitement. The class embraced the idea wholeheartedly. With the help of the janitor, they set up a cozy home for Talon on the school grounds, complete with a spacious enclosure, fresh food, and a little pond for him to splash around in. Each classroom eagerly volunteered to take care of Talon, making sure he had everything he needed. Xander talked to his classmates about Talon and the true meaning of Thanksgiving. They all decided to organize a Thanksgiving potluck where everyone would bring dishes that didn't involve turkey. Mrs. Johnson thought it was a wonderful idea and agreed to help. As the Thanksgiving holiday grew closer, the local town buzzed with excitement about the class's potluck. People baked pies, roasted vegetables, and cooked delicious dishes that had no turkey and dropped them off for the students. His classroom was adorned with vibrant decorations, and the mouth-watering aroma of vegetarian dishes wafted from the cafeteria. Xander's heart swelled with happiness as he looked around, knowing he had made a difference. The Thanksgiving celebration turned into a heartwarming day of friendship and togetherness. Xander knew he had helped make Thanksgiving extra special by choosing kindness over tradition. And Talon, the new school mascot, stood proudly as a symbol of their compassion and empathy. As the day came to a close, Xander returned to visit Talon at his pen, feeling a sense of fulfillment. Talon clucked contentedly, and Xander knew he had done the right thing. The school seemed even more vibrant than before, filled with the spirit of Thanksgiving. In the end, Xander learned that Thanksgiving wasn't just about a delicious meal, but also about compassion, empathy, and the beauty of friendship. He knew he and his classmates had helped make Thanksgiving extra special this year by choosing kindness over tradition. And as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm, golden glow over the school, Xander whispered to his feathered friend, "Thank you, Talon. This Thanksgiving we've learned that the most important thing of all is to be kind to others." In this little town, where rolling hills meet cozy cottages, the true spirit of Thanksgiving shone brighter than ever before, thanks to Xander and his turkey troubles. A long time ago, on a quaint old farm, nestled among rolling hills and golden fields, lived a charismatic scarecrow named Jax. With a straw-stuffed body and an old hat that shaded his happy pumpkin-face smile, Jack stood proudly in the heart of the pumpkin patch. His role was simple, to keep the mischievous crows from eating the pumpkins. But Jax had a dream to do more than just scare away birds. He wanted to add something magical to his farm's upcoming autumn harvest festival. As the days grew shorter and the green leaves transformed into vibrant hues of orange, gold, and red, the excitement for the harvest festival grew. You could almost feel it in the air. Families from far and wide would gather at the farmhouse, and Jax was determined to make it an unforgettable experience for everyone. He knew that the festival wasn't just about pumpkins. It was also a great time for the community to come together, share food, have fun, and create a few cherished memories. One bright morning as Jax was working, he overheard the farmer and his wife discussing the festival preparations. They were swamped with things to do, like arranging hayrides, setting up games, and baking delicious pies. Jax wanted to help them. With a friendly wave to the crows, he hopped off his perch in the middle of the pumpkin field and made his way over to the farmer and his wife. "Good morning." Jax greeted the farmers with a warm smile. "Can I help you with the festival preparations?" The farmers were pleasantly surprised. "Well, Jax, your help would be greatly appreciated. We have a lot to do before the big day." Jax's eyes sparkled with excitement. The rest of that day, he worked alongside the farmers, setting up tables, hanging colorful banners, and decorating the farm with pumpkins of all sizes, shapes, and colors. He even suggested a pumpkin decorating station where children could show off their creativity. As the days passed, Jax's enthusiasm and commitment became infectious, spreading throughout the farm. Woodland creatures came to offer their support. Squirrels helped gather acorns for decorations, and birds serenaded everyone with their cheerful tunes. Even the sometimes troublesome raccoons pitched in, excited about the promise of pie crust. However, Jax's contribution went way beyond just the physical work. He worked so hard that he eventually became the heart and soul of the festival. Whenever someone needed a friend to talk to, they found Jax with open arms or open straw. To be precise, he listened to children's stories, shared jokes with the farmers, and danced merrily to the lively fiddle music that always seemed to fill the air. As the sun set, on the eve of the harvest festival, Jax looked around at the farm. It was transformed. The twinkling fairy lights cast a warm glow over the festivities, and the aroma of freshly baked pies wafted through the air. Families gathered in the pumpkin patch, hunting for just the right one to take home with them. The farmer walked up to Jax and smiled. "Jax, you've made this year's harvest festival the best one yet. You've reminded us all that it's not just about pumpkins and pies, but it's really about coming together as a community and making new memories." Jax's straw-stuffed chest swelled with happiness. "Thank you, farmer. I've learned when we work together, we can make every day feel like a festival." The festival continued on, filled with laughter, music, and the warmth of friendship. And as the skies started to darken, Jax understood that he had helped make something truly amazing. But there was one more thing to look forward to. Just before the festival came to a close, the farmer announced a surprise contest for the children. The challenge was to create the most amazing pumpkin carving. The children, inspired by Jax's creativity, carved pumpkins that resembled woodland creatures, fairy tale castles, and even a few friendly scarecrows. The contest was a complete success, and everyone was amazed by the children's artistic talents. The grand finale of the festival was the lighting of the carved pumpkins. As the stars twinkled above the horizon, the pumpkin patch was transformed into a magical wonderland. The pumpkins glowed in the moonlight, casting whimsical shadows on the ground. Jax stood in the midst of the breathtaking display, knowing that this year's festival would forever be etched in the memories of the whole community. And the surprise contest had brought everyone together in a spirited competition, reinforcing the values of creativity, friendship, and just having some fun. And so, at the end of the festival, Jax headed back over to the pumpkin patch. Jax had a cheerful grin on his face as he made his way back to his post and was prepared to keep watch over his favorite pumpkin field for another year. He knew that this year's festival had been the most extraordinary one yet, and he had learned that the best gift of all was to be a friend and help others.